Hey guys, Jesse with Hunt Performance. Today I am doing a little mobile rig welding on some irrigation equipment. We're going to talk about that. If you guys like this content, please subscribe, hit that notification bell, like. I'm also going to put a couple tools down in the description. If you want to support the channel, you can go to those links, buy those tools. Anything you see today, like I got a new chop saw, you know, it's an okay one. I'll put that link down in the description, and a couple other tools that, you know, welders need to have or should have. Like I said, I'm doing a mobile welding business. I actually just dropped off my short bus, roof rack for a short bus. You guys can check out the video up in the description. One corner, the other corner. I don't really know, but I think it's that corner. I'm pretty sure it's that corner. Anyway, I'll put that up there. I just dropped that off and got paid for that job. Luckily, you know, it's been at my house for over a month. Guy didn't have the money to pay me, so that was unfortunate. But now he did, and we're good to go. So got that dropped off. Like I said, I've done a lot of welding before, but we're doing more stuff. I've got a bench corral job coming up. Stay tuned for that. But first, we're going to do some irrigation. We're going to talk about it. We are welding on center pivots today. If you don't know what a center pivot is, well, you're going to learn today, because I'm going to show you what a center pivot is. So let's get going and get to the job site. Okay. What's up, guys? We're on the job site now. As you see, just some random pasture. There's some cows over there. And we're on American Beef Ranch, which is mine and my wife's. So welcome to the ranch. We're working on my own stuff today, but I am doing some mobile welding. And we are working on center pivots, and I'm going to explain that. Basically, a center pivot is a electrical wheeled device that is about a half-mile long usually, and it irrigates pasture or crops or whatever you have it. Look it up online, center pivot irrigation. You can Google it. But basically, let's see if I can zoom in and see this one. You see those metal, see the little wheels, and you see the metal, and it's stretched out. This one happens to be about 7 towers long. And then there you see the pivot point. So that's the center of the circle, and basically it just rotates in a circle. Oh, come on camera. It rotates in a circle, and it waters the ground. And what we do is there's more sprinklers at the end of the pivot than there's at the beginning of the pivot, and we keep the water even all throughout the track, and it just goes all the way around the circle. On the pivot point over there's a control box that controls the speed. The speed is done in percentage. The percentage is of a minute. So if you have it on 50%, the end tower, which is this guy over here, the last tower, the farthest one away from the pivot, will move 30 seconds or 50% of that minute. And, you know, we just set the percentage, and it moves around and it waters ground. You know, grass doesn't take as much as, row crops do, but in my part of the world, you know, south central Idaho, northern Utah, you know, a lot of other places, Nebraska, Kansas, center pivot irrigation has become pretty much the standard because it's efficient and it just does a really good job. So we are welding on a couple today, but what we're doing is we're fixing a couple that are going into some corners. Because most of you might ask, you know, if your pivot, which are usually about 1,250 feet long or a quarter mile, goes around and covers a half a mile, but there's some big corners in there that aren't getting irrigated. So what we do is, usually, people have one of two ways. They have something called solid set, which is just basically pipe with sprinklers on it that you set on the ground and you leave there. But that doesn't work well for ranches because of cows. Cows will go rub on them and break them and knock stuff off. So you usually put some kind of other irrigation in those corners. We are going to put a couple pivots that are broken, older pivots. So what we've done is we've taken those pivots and we've cut them in half. So I have 2 pivots that have been split in half, and so I'll have 4 little pivots to be put up, and I have some that are going, one that's going a full circle, one that's going a 3/4 of a circle, and then a couple others that are going half circles that are going to cover more ground, and that means less work for me to irrigate. Now, because we're doing this, when you split a pivot in half, what you do is you end up with the original first tower and the original end tower. They're special. They have special flanges on them, one to attach to the pivot point and the other one to attach to the end bar or the overhang of the pivot, where it's a little bar that can hang out from the end and water more ground off the end tower. So what my situation is I have 2 pivots that are good. I don't have to do anything to. I just got to bolt them in their new spot. I got some others that I got to do some fabricating on the pipe, and I'll show you that right here. I'm going to show you this is the original end tower for this pivot. I've got to weld a flange on the end of another one back here to finish my other pivot. So I'm going to jump out and I'm going to show you this flange and what we got to do, and then we're going to go see the other pivot. Now you guys aren't going to be able to hear, so I'm probably just going to talk over the top of it because it is really windy today. And so, but I'm going to show you what we need to do first, and then we'll go to the next spot. So basically, we've got to weld this flange on. Okay, now that I got that long drawn out explanation out of the way, we're on site right here, and I'm gonna show you what I'm welding first, and then I'm gonna try to hide you from the wind and start welding. But it's probably just gonna end up me talking over this video. So yeah, here we go. Okay, so first I gotta find the flange that was sitting here, because I don't know where it is. And then I gotta weld the flange on there, because as you see, up on top of the pivot, here, let me get closer. Oh, there's the flange. So here's the flange here. The top of the pivot is a flanged pivot. Here, let me crawl up there. So as you see, flange, and I'm going to weld the flange on it. That gasket is also so funky. But the holes in that one are different. Okay, let's go. 3/8 material. Something like that. got all that stuff welded. Got the pivot point welded to the pad. I got the flange welded on there. Not my best weld, so definitely a little out of practice with the pipe welding, but got it welded. And I picked up my wife. And now we're gonna stop and get something to drink at Grandma's, and then we are going to go finish the other pivot point. And yeah, some cool little welding projects today. And we're gonna try to find another pivot to put up. Oh boy. Let's go search the internet. All done. Got everything welded. This one's up. The other one's up that I need to get done. So now everything's done for them guys to come put the pivots up. That we're going to put them up, and then I'm going to have a little more welding to do on some of the end of the pivots to add a couple things that I'm going to do myself, but they can do it. They can get them up first, and I'll just do them while they're up. But everything's welded in place, nice and solid. I'll go ahead and turn around. I didn't clean the slag off, but you know, good welds all the way around, good penetration. Some are longer than others, and I did weld that underside, but turned out really well. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Like, subscribe, comment. Check out the links in the description if you want to support the channel. Got a whole lot more videos underway. We do need to tune this bad boy up, and I think that's going to come next. And it's got to get done, so we're going to get her done. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Jesse with Hunt Performance. We'll see you next time.